Come on. There we go. Hello, stream. I'm playing CK2. I am contemplating invading the Byzantine. Let's check how the Byzantine revolt is doing, because I think that's a sort of important prerequisite, really, isn't it? Because if they're about to lose, there's no point. Oh. They're about to win. War score 100% in favour of the Byzantine revolt. Oh well, I think that means that by the time I...
So you probably have to allow that to happen and see what you end up with.
Yeah, well, he'll be part of the defensive pact against me, no doubt, but I can just watch out for more revolts this time when I'm not got adventurers leaping on my doorstep.
Shall I find you some cables so that I can actually see what you're doing?
That might be a thing. Plugging it in is also a really sensible thing.
That's the wrong hole. Let's try that one. That's the better one.
I probably also want me to turn on the TV. That would probably help. Yes. Oh well, I've stopped being a member of the Maya Faithful, which, you know, is in some ways possibly sad. Shush, BBC. In some ways it's slightly sad, in other ways it's probably much more sensible.
That's the Sunni Caliph.
Indeed, as the Sunni Caliph. The Imam has everyone's full attention except mine. My thoughts are elsewhere as I try to ignore his sacrilegious words echoing through the mosque. Suddenly my concentration is shattered when the stranger next to me grabs my hand and draws something in my palm with the index finger. The holy symbol of God. I must follow them once prayer is over. I can follow the mysterious stranger who drew the Catholic symbol in my palm. Right, I'm not going to follow the mysterious Catholic because I'm not that stupid. Right, so the Byzantine revolt is probably going to resolve any second now. At which point, I don't really know. Do not argue with China, it is unsubtle and quick to anger. Oh, that's nice. What's happening with the Byzantine revolt? Let's save the idiot who found the bear from the bear. Surely that's going to resolve soon, and then weird things will happen, like the entire Byzantine Empire falling on my head. Which I don't think is going to help me very much. Can I afford more construction? Nearly. When I can afford more construction, I can afford an even bigger hospital. Which is probably worthwhile. Right. More construction on it. Right. Hospital. Extended wards. At the cost of 5,000 of your Earth WAS names. It's quite expensive. However, so is having everyone in your empire die of plague. So it's one of the things I've actually been doing with this empire, is as I acquire new counties through my invasions and the various things and get lots of new ones, I'm tending to give away my existing ones in favour of keeping the new ones and then building them up. And then when I conquer some more, I give away the ones I've just been building up and build up the next generation, etc. And so on in that fashion. How is my son and heir doing? Okay. Right. I mean, he's got virtues over sort of previous offspring, in that he's not dead. Which is... Oh, right, well I've got someone invited to tell me of the travels. I need to decide what to build on the Lighthouse of Alexandria, which I acquired as a sort of... I think if you get the retinue thing, you can only effectively get one retinue.
Oh, I can't remember. I can try to look it up.
Yeah, there's no rush because I've got 3 things I can build on here, so I can opt to build one of the other things.
I think actually that may be something we didn't work out from the wiki, but worked out by playing it.
It's possible.
Yes, so I think it enables the recruit an honour guard decision.
Right.
And I think it doesn't matter how many retinues you get, you only get one recruit an honour guard decision available to you.
But I do get the other bonus, the local bonuses on things.
Yes, all the other things work. Just the hidden thing that enables a decision can only essentially happen
once. Yeah. Let's pay money for a portrait. Right, let's make sure my current heir marries off. Right, let's improve the prosperity of Saumur, which is the result of my last major offensive war, in which I decided that the Kingdom of West Francia was totally going to be, better off in my care than in the care of the Byzantine Empire. I'm currently in the bit called Let My Threat Decay enough, and enough people leave the defensive pacts for me to want to try invading somewhere. Either that or wait for a big Holy Roman revolt and go for things then. Right, who are you? You're my friend. Someone might be poisoning. Well, let's see if my friend is being poisoned. Estonia has conquered Luki. That's nice. It's probably not doing my threat much good, but there we go. It is doing my empire a moderate amount of good. As you can see, some of it's me, but my vassals have also been busily sort of joining the dots. Like taking some more of Africa. I took the Kingdom of Persia from the Seljuks, which is why they're in a defensive pact against me now, with all the other nearby Muslim leaders, for pretty good reason really. I did take all their stuff, and up here my Estonian vassal has been being very busy nicking things. Well, he was nicking things one by one, but unfortunately Ruthenia now seems to exist, which is probably going to slow him down a little bit. The Lollard heresy has appeared in Tarsos. Yes, one big problem I'm having is that my empire is expanding much faster than my ability to get it converted. Speaking of which, let me just check. Good, right. My other problem is that Venice keeps degenerating back to some form of Christian thing. Currently, I think they're Waldensians, but it does mean that we keep having this big problem that they're not paying me any tax because they don't like me because I'm the wrong religion. And obviously it's Venice. They're in charge of a lot of trade. I would like their tax, thank you very much. Right, I can... Let's maybe not have people despise a sloth. Let's have lose the 5 piety, because I have plenty of piety at the moment. Right. Okay, good. Now keep converting people there so it's a nice deep conversion, so that hopefully next time... I did get a few years where I had a succession of Sunni thingies in Venice, but unfortunately, every now and then they keep sort of having problems with this. Right, so first question is Pedant Revolt. Where is my Pedant Revolt? There is my Pedant Revolt. There is... Right, you are going to Napata, which is that away. Who should we put in here? Let's put in a couple of people who don't have any useful traits, in the hope that they will acquire some useful traits. Right, release the otter. What Pedant Revolt where? Right, who are you? Random kin stop being decadent. It's bad for the country. As far as I can tell, though, you end up in sort of two states of decadence, really. One is you're basically zero decadence, the other is you hover around 40% decadence. Which apparently is bad for the morale of your armies, but this hasn't seemed to be a major problem for me. Well, not yet, anyway. Oh, it's time to observe Ramadan. Well, that saves me working out what I'm going to do with all this money. What I'm going to do with all this money is spend it on holding feasts for the end of Ramadan. Right. Let's not be ill. That tends to lead to very bad things. Oh dear. I probably don't have the flu, I probably have measles. And I've got a fever. Ah, right, that's why I can't find the, I think it was the Sunni Muslims, Shia Muslims rather, because they're probably just about off the eastern edge of the map. Right. Right, let's call my court physician again.
Don't think you actually did that, I think. Or did you?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
it's now greyed out.
Oh, right.
Right. Oh dear. Right. Let's do the vassal transfer. Let's not get my physician to do something courageous. I mean, I think he's an extremely well regarded physician now. Hang on, there's one of these tabs shows this. Okay. Because sometimes they lead to random amputations, because that's what you wanted, right? Okay, I mean, being leeched is kind of stupid, but at least it makes me psychologically feel better. I'm assuming that unless I have an extremely rare disease, it's not actually making me feel better. Right. Treasure chamber, Alexandria, you say. Random courtier is a dutiful cleric, that's nice. Noble warrior, let's welcome noble warrior. Great roads, local movement speed. Spikes. let's have some heating pipes because disease resistance is good for you. Right, do I have some slightly useless commanders? Yes, I do. Let's fire you. Yoink. And you. Yoink. Right. Okay, we are definitely having you. You are much better. And then there's no obvious candidates now to get rid of. Right. Right. Oh yes, one of the really silly things that I did yesterday was to forge the paperwork to say that my dynasty is part of the immortal blood of Alexander the Great, which gets me a bunch of extra prestige and so on, and a nice use of invasion for cheap. Which is kind of silly. So yes, that's the perks of having great relations, or something. Right. So, what is the Byzantine revolt playing at? 73% in favour of them. That's still a bit too close, given the numbers with Byzantine Emperor and them. Let's assume that is not something we want to get involved with, and we want to look out for new revolts of places. But my son is now a skilled tactician. Hooray! Good grief. He's got himself a dubious moustache since he's aged 16. Oh. I know. Right. Oh, now he's got a slightly sillier hat. Someone wants to marry. Yeah, it'd be nice to Transoxania. Ooh, we have an extensive hospital complex in Tulatia, our capital now. Right, there we are. That's as hospitally as we can make it, I think. That's a level 6 hospital. 95% disease resistance and a major protection against depopulation. Right. Oh, that's nice. We've got a full-on glorious castle with all its slots filled, and everything here is upgraded as it can be. Right. Let's go and see how some of my other counties are doing, since right now we're still quite threatening and everyone's part of defensive pacts against us. I mean, we do have nearly 90,000 troops. I mean, it's probably reasonable to be scared of us. I mean, as soon as you stop being part of a defensive pact, as long as I have a case of spell, I am almost certainly going to come to war with you, so, you know.
What was that tiny little grey county? I mean, it's probably in a defensive pact, but there seems to be only one of it. Is it actually a tiny independent county?
It is a tiny independent county.
Do you have a case of spell against it?
The problem is it's not bordering
okay.
on my thing, and so
it is
you've
rather
got
a
to
long
get
way away.
there.
You'd have to march through the Holy Roman Empire, who might possibly take offence.
Yes. So, okay, the Kingdom of Bavaria still exists. Just. It consists of approximately 1 teaspoonful of stuff, which I could declare war on to establish a tributary state, but since they're part of the Christian defensive pact against me, probably not. I think that comes under the category of seriously unwise things to do. That's not Paris, that's Paris. Can I build anything more in Paris at the moment? Right, more sick house in Paris. Oh yeah, somewhere down here I've got a county, haven't I? Oh, I even got the county right first time. Still can't build anything new there. And I am as hospitaled as I can be with my tech level there. Okay. Right, let's not intervene in the marital, because this tends to mean that everyone ends up hating you. Oh, I've lost one of my sons to cancer. Well, if I could remember who any of them were, it might, be more distressing. Oh yes, I'm down 2 wives. That means I am not getting as much prestige as I should get. Right, well, let's betroth myself to some...
What was the disease that you ended up getting a limb amputated for?
Well, occasionally this has happened for, like, cancer or something, but I can't remember. It was something like flu or pox of some description or something. It was definitely one where you would have thought that, a courageous treatment was, I don't know, cold water baths or, the bit where they throw you in a room with a ton of bees, which, was completely bizarre, but, not, and I have to point this out, not having, bits of your head amputated or whatever it was. Or your leg amputated. That was quite a good one. Oh, jolly good. The, allegedly... Oh, it's doing the thing where it won't let me see when the crusade is. But since the Pope has tried to call crusades on my dynasty about, 6 times recently, and absolutely none of them have happened, because all of my Muslim neighbours say, you know what, we don't like the Pope either. And there aren't actually that many Christian, or Catholic, more to the point, countries left. Mysteriously, all of these crusades have just kind of evaporated before they turn up. I think the Byzantine revolt may be having another revolt. With another revolt, but it's a bit hard to say.
I don't think you can revolt against the revolt, but I'm not sure.
It may, of course, just be having 2 revolts at once. I mean,
Yes.
That's not uncommon.
That is the thing.
Uh-oh. Well, let's deal with the fact that people are probably trying to kill me. I mean, fair enough. I mean, I am now how old? 54. That's probably time for my children to decide it's time to hurry me on to the next life so that they can get a chance at ruling things. Mysterious Jewish person in court. Well, next time I have to be looking for someone on my council, I'm sure I will consider this. Right. I've not still done... Venice is being very... well, who are you? Okay. You can have my courtier. Who do you want to marry? My other courtier. Rhodes has become sunny. Yes, yes. Yes, well, Mayor, I don't care what you think about my escapades. I'm the Emperor. So, having built extended sick houses, is there anything else we can do to our hospital? It doesn't look like it. Paris, 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 Paris. Aha, now we can build the translation home, which gets us some economic technology points, as well as prestige. Okay, we can shut the gates against the epidemics, but that gives you such a penalty because everyone hates you doing this, that I'm not going to do it. I will just take our chances. In fact, where are we with the intrigue? Let us untick that as an important decision. Don't know when the crusade is coming, but then again, I'm not sure the crusade does either. Don't think it knows that it's coming. Until that disappears, though, I don't really want to try taking on an offensive war, because that is a fine way to discover that you don't have a kingdom anymore. Did I not get as far as sending out a thing for a fresh wife? Oh, let's... Right. I am adequately equipped with secondary wives. So... Now, okay, can we construct another great work? Bearing in mind that everything is much more expensive now, because what have I got in Cordoba? I've already got a grand library, okay, yeah, let's... So Great Harbour I could get. Magnificent Garden, I've already got a great mausoleum. I do not have a great mosque. Right. Let's build a great mosque. Hopefully that will help with the conversion of France a bit. Right. Oh, good. I'm hallucinating. That's nice. You want me to give you some of my land? I think my official position is thanks but no thanks. Right. Speaking of prisoners in my dungeon, maybe I can ransom some of them. Like you. Right, we can ransom you. There we go, it's 10 money. That's 1 month's worth of construction on the Great Mosque. Right, let's try and improve my martial skill while I'm a lunatic that's only just recovered from a fever. I'm sure this will go just fine. Right. I get prestige for being a brawler, a fighter. Oh dear, what's happened? Chiswick for a spy master. Go on. I mean, you know, we all know what's going to happen to you. We put you somewhere, like Rome, to spy on things, and then mysteriously you get stabbed by, you know, people who object to you nicking their technology. I think England are busy having the Wars of the Roses internally or something. so I can become depressed, which squashes everything. Let's ignore that. Right. Well, maybe I can give people some stuff later on if we manage to have a war. I mean, in a bit, I can probably maybe take on a small defensive pact. Unfortunately, I think they're all quite large defensive pacts, but that's probably because we're quite a large empire now. Crusade's not disappeared yet. Right, let's not question the Almighty. Not because I would never do this. This is blatantly untrue. Right. Let's be nice to one of my wives. News from China. Kravitchy Straits, well, Stoats. Black Death broken out again. Well, if you are going to do that. Right, yes. Slightly hilariously, there's sort of things transferring between sultanates within the empire. Right, plague approaches. Apparently the plague is here to take me. Well, whatever. Strange state. Right, Paris. Right, well, of those options, let's build you a leper colony to give you 10% disease resistance, which is probably going to be useful if it turns out there's a Black Death coming round again. Right, where are we with epidemics? Measles is our favourite. Slow fever. Nothing much over there. What have we got? Right. Well, it looks like it's more of a problem for the Holy Roman Empire than it is for me, so they can relax and enjoy their problems. Who are you? Random courtier. Yes, they can marry. That's nice. Defensive pact opposing someone has been disbanded, probably because they're dead. Look at the defensive pacts. I'll try and keep my son alive. Keep my son alive. Well, he's died anyway. So, there we go. New roads for Tours. Go on Tours. Excellent, you nicked some stuff from Rome. Do we have enough to get something useful? More technology? No, we really don't. Lots of people seeking to kill people. Oh, there we go. Right, let's find the bear. Let's save thingy from the bear. Let's try and teach one of my vassals how to use a sword. Right, so we've built a leper colony in Paris. I'm sure this delights everybody. Let's build a soup kitchen. Soup, soup, soup. Yeah, you can marry my random courtier who I don't know who they are. Hooray, right, good. You're the right religion. You still don't like me very much.
Blatantly the priest type from Face of Evil.
Right. Oh, Chiswick, fresh commander. Right, there we are, fresh commander. Let's also see if we can cheer people up by giving them some minor titles. Especially Venice, to give me lots of money. Right. Now, court tutor. There, right, what we want is someone with lots of nice traits, because they will be looking after the... Well, let's see if we can get some paranoid, stubborn, temperate, content, trusting, honest, humble, temperate, diligent. And they need to be the right culture as well, preferably, because otherwise I will get complaints that my children are being brought up.
What's the correct culture?
Andalusian. Are we Andalusian or are we Bedouin? Andalusian. Right. You're Andalusian, but you should not be in charge of children. Let's actually sort by religion so that we can at least... so you are humble, ambitious, patient, kind. So that's not terrible.
Bit short on like learning.
Bit short on useful things, but isn't actually a terrible person. You're Andalusian, greedy, kind, and not very much happening there. Content, cruel, temperate, stubborn, temperate. Okay, no, it's probably thingy that I... Right, there we are. It's my son. Right, court poet, you say. Right. Chiswick, fresh food taster. Right, there we go. It's a little bit of reorganisation that should make everyone a little bit happier and involve in higher tax returns and more troops available. Probably. Right. Right, let's take part in a war game. Let's rush forward with a light skirmish force before the... let's... advance to take the higher position. And there we go, +1 marshal. My courtier Arsene has offered to travel to the Byzantine Empire on a mission to bring glory to the Umayyad Empire. Right, who are you? Oh my god, no, you should not go anywhere. We can send Empress Nasra, who at least has the benefit of being a fighty person and skilled. Let's actually send diplomat. Let's send a diplomat. Let's do that. Right. Let's see if we can do anything with Tulataya to make it stronger. Probably they'll say you should rebuild it. Right, there we are. 1 stewardship, and we get some innovations in Tulataya. If only there was something I could build there, but I need more technology in order to build there, and I don't have enough technology. See? Well, let's keep time ticking so that maybe more technology happens. Why am I trying to kill my brother? It's probably a good idea. Right, you would like to convert to the Great Muslim Way in the hope that maybe I won't invade you. Well, okay, I mean, it's not going to help, but...
This person's handed their analysis work in with a picture of Pikachu drawn on it.
That's nice.
So I wrote, for all them, got a catch.
Right. There we are. We have seen the light, etc. You would like to arrange marriage to random courtier. Hey, if my marshal's found a person, is my marshal doing the right thing? No! We're not meant to be finding people, you're meant to be researching military technology. Now bloody get on with it. Honestly. Emir Azim the Frog has usurped the shape. Whatever. Excellent, more technology nicked from Rome. That's what we want to see. I'd also like to see some research into cultural technology, but unfortunately my court imam is busy. Right. Chiswick, fresh councillor. Right. Hello, Mayor of Madrid. You are now my Grand Vizier. Oops, I got wounded with the practice swords. Well, I probably learnt something important. I think what I learnt was ouch. Chiswick, fresh councillor. Yeah, well the problem is none of you are going to like me. But let's do you, because that's at least going to put you into a positive frame of mind if we need things. Ooh, right. So... You know what? What happens if I send you a gift? 446 money. That's probably worth it. Oh look, we don't have a dangerous faction anymore. What a shame. We have a couple of quite large factions, but not large enough to warrant much action at this point. Given that I'm 57, so I'll probably... There. Right, we've gained 300 grace with the Chinese Empire. Right, well, someone's spreading it. So, right, I found the Empire of China interaction thingy.
Well done.
So we have 300 grace. So you can pay tribute to increase grace. And I can ask for a boon if I've got sufficient grace. And I can take hostile actions. You know what? I think 100,000 people or 90,000 people is not enough to start stoating the tail of the dragon. Because I'm not that stupid. Chiswick, fresh commander. Right, well, I've got dual training, so my personal wombat skill is going up. Unfortunately, it's not very good. But it's not bad. I mean, I've definitely had worse. But Estonian conquest of thing on the King of Novgorod. Okay. I can seek treatment for my illness. Let's do that. Let's not try new things. I might not be that attached to life, but equally I'm not that attached to... Right, let's have the cow's dung poultice treatment, because... Why does no one give you the pounding up garlic and what's name treatment? Right. Ah, dangerous faction again. Hello. Right. Okay, so you are the Sultan of Asturias. You do not like me at all. Who else have we got? Emir of that emirate, Sultan of that emirate, and Venice, and thingy, right. You don't like me very much. Why don't you like me very much? You want a seat on the council. Well, you're not really good at anything. I'll give you some money, will you bugger off? Probably. And I could try giving money to Venice, but they're probably going to want quite a lot. It's only money. Right, let's have a spear throwing contest. Nothing can possibly go wrong with this. Except for one of my commanders getting mangled. Where is the Sultanate of Asturias? Right, okay, you are there. Let us, against all the odds, fish back my thing from doing that. And get you to scheme to try and stop factions. Mosque, whatnot. Squawk, it's coming up to 5, so you might want to think about...
Ben can put the kettle on, kettle on.
Probably.
I forgot about my hot water, so I probably don't have any hot water now.
I will really try to finish this question.
3 weeks later. Random courtier. Yes, you can marry a random courtier. You're a random courtier. Right, let's make a move. You've got a nice sort of attribute that we'd like to see in our children. Yes, okay. Everyone for miles around that isn't actually Chiswick, fresh thingy.
Imam.
Yeah, right, there we are. New Imam. New danger. Right, proselytise. Where should you be proselytising?
Is Venice sorted?
It's mostly sorted, and since there are some other places that are being a bit twitchy, I want to try and get my direct vassals at least approximately the same religion as me. Right, new court physician, Chiswick. Right, let's see, do I have anyone suitable inside my court? Yeah, my new court imam looks okay. Or at least he looks like he can read a book, which, you know, is probably about as good as I can hope for, really. Except for the ones that say, you know, what we want to do, we want to cut off your everything. Let's ignore the fact that my wife might be unfaithful. So what happens at 50% threat? So I'm starting to get to the point where I can possibly start attacking some defensive pacts, but they need to be not too scary in and of themselves. Right, to our... right, you get harvest festivals. Enjoy your harvest festivals to give us more tax. Right, what are you doing, people? Right, who are you? You're my granddaughter. You need a childhood focus. You, like most of the family, have a bit of a talent towards pointy sticks. Do not have anything particularly special. Let us betroth you to this guy from Ghana. That'll be fine. It's thrilling to have escapades. I just don't remember doing any. I haven't tried to kill a bear or gone on a hunt or anything for ages. Honestly. It's like people don't know who I am, confusing me with my illustrious ancestor who did this all the time. Yes, you're very loyal, but you're not getting any of my stuff. You astound me.
Not a lot.
Here we
Level.
go
I say
on.
to the
Yes,
stream.
you can get married. In that case, I will probably stop the stream because I think we're at more or less the point where we should start faffing for
That's what you do if you've got to be honest.
what's name?
That's what I'm thinking.